Hello, thank you for joining me. This is the Farmyard Garden. What an absolutely beautiful day we're having.
I've been doing a bit of plant maintenance this morning and I accidentally realised that this Luc Vichois tomato was ripe enough to come off. And it made me think, I've done enough work in the garden the last few days, lots of maintenance, lots of digging, lots of planting out. I haven't had a day where all I've done in the garden is just harvest. And obviously I'm not going to do that today either because I've done a few little jobs, but that's it, no more jobs today. I'm just going to go and harvest everything I can from the garden and just see how big this harvest basket can get. It's nearly the end of July. Surely it's time to get a trug full of stuff from the garden for our tea tonight. So I'm going to start with these peas. These are almonds and really, really prolific. Pretty certain they're going to be high on my list of pea varieties to grow next year because I absolutely love how productive they are for how small a space that they take up compared to short pea varieties. Obviously these have grown pods all the way up here and they look like juicy big pods as well. Really pleased with them. Still surprised by how hard some of the pods are to remove. It's like they don't want me to have them. Do you want me to eat you? I guess if I was a pea, I wouldn't want to be eaten, so maybe you don't want me to pick you. Look at them. They're beautiful, huge pods. I can't fit any more in my hand. So many. Look at all those peas. These are definitely more productive than all of the other pea varieties that I've had this year. Wow, really pleased with them. But it's not just peas that I'm going to harvest today. Let's see what else we can harvest. This is exciting. I don't think anything else goes better with peas than carrots. So I think I'm going to try and harvest some of these carrots now. The rainbow ones all started going to seed quite a while ago, and I've kept these two because this is a purple one and this is the paler sort of white one. And I thought maybe I can collect some seeds from them, so I'm going to give that a go later on in the season. These ones have started to die back now, which suggests to me that maybe they are done, although they're not very tall in terms of foliage, but they are a different variety, so maybe that's normal for those. Don't know how good they're going to be because obviously if they're trying to bolt, they're not putting that energy into their root. But let's find out. Big carrots, small carrots, they're all going to taste good, aren't they? I'll start on this side because these ones right on the edge were sown much later. These are chanterelles. And these ones here that I'm going to pick up are red sun. That was a good start, wasn't it? Oh, you donut, Claire. Oh, where are you? Oh, you are in there. Wow. Look at that. Loving you and the colour of you. Let's see if I can actually get the next one out without losing the foliage. They are obviously quite small, but look how perfect they are. Oh, wow, I'm loving them. They're really quite deep. I must have washed the seeds in quite a bit, maybe. Although I did bury them a little bit to protect them from carrot root fly, so maybe I buried them a bit further than I thought. Oh, this one's a teeny tiny one. I still love it though. I think carrot harvesting is probably, oh, you see, look. Oh, you see, look at this one. This one was bolting. And that's what happens when they bolt. They don't pay any attention to making their own carrot. They just want to make flowers. And that's fine. That's natural. That's what they do. Nothing I've done wrong. It's just this crazy season that we've been having. There's another two. Love them. Oh, You're not growing your own carrots unless you find the odd one that's forked, are you? These probably needed thinning out a bit more than I did, but I just don't care. I love them so much. Wow, really happy with those. Just going to pat down the soil, just out of interest. Shall we try some of the other varieties? What's this one here called? Oh, this is the rainbow carrots, these ones, so maybe I should pull a few of these. Wow, the purple one, look at that. Oh, all last year I was growing rainbow carrots and I never had a single purple carrot in all of the sowings that I did. They were all the oranges and the whites, but wow. Oh, and then there's a baby one there as well, but look at them. Let's try a few more. Oh, got another one. Wow. It's sheer joy harvesting carrots. Sheer joy. Wow. Absolutely love them. The colours of them. Put those in as well. Let's just try this one here because this looks like it might be another purple one. Oh. Wow. Now that is a carrot. You're huge. I think that's enough carrots for dinner tonight. Oh, absolutely brilliant. I couldn't resist though. Look at these ones. Oh my. I might have just found my new favourite carrot. Look at these. I'm going to leave most of these to get bigger, so I'm just thinning them out a little bit now actually, but oh my life. This Purple King variety is supposed to retain this colour all the way through its core even after cooking, which is why I chose this to grow, so I'll keep you posted on that one. Oh my, they are absolutely gorgeous. Oh, look at them. Absolutely brilliant. God, I'm so pleased with the carrots. So pleased. Oh, they're just beautiful. So there's the Purple King. These are some of the rainbow carrots. And then this is the red sun. And that little Lookfishwat tomato. How cute is that? Now I'm thinking, while I'm here, and I've been to fetch a glove, I think I'll thin a few of these parsnips so that the rest can grow bigger. And I was told I need to wear a glove to do this because there's something in the leaves, the sap, that can irritate your skin. So I'll put a glove on. So let's try and get some of the smaller foliage ones up. Oh. Well, it might be very thin, but look how perfect it is and how far the stem goes on it. Wow. There are some slightly bigger looking ones though. Or maybe not, as the case may be. Now that's more like it. Look at that. Wow. I can't believe the tail on that. We've got a local agricultural show at the beginning of August. And I'm thinking I might have to pull a few of these for the agricultural show. They might not be the biggest, but look at that. Wow. Oh, I have high hopes for these later on in the season. Let's fill those holes in again. And I'll pull this little one out in between those two. I think there's two more right next to each other there as well. So I'll get this one out. They're going to be nice roasted in the oven, aren't they? I've left it this long to do the thinning because, well, your thinnings become a harvest, don't they? Oh, there's a titchy tiny one there. Let's take this one as well. Wow, absolutely thrilled with those. Absolutely brilliant. This variety that I've just pulled up is called White Gem. So I might just have a look at a couple of these, although I think I've already thinned these ones out before, but I'll just have a look if there's any that look a bit close. Not particularly for that variety. Pretty certain I'm happy with these. Oh, there's one here. Let's just pull this one out. Ooh, that's a beauty as well, isn't it? What variety is this? Gladiator. So that's the comparison, sown on the same day, White Gem and Gladiator. This is more exciting than when the school vending machine started miraculously dispensing chocolate for no money. Let's go and have a look what's in the polytunnel next, because that is super exciting and I can't wait. Since the last video where I was talking about worrying about the tomatoes in here, I have to say, since the shade netting's been up, the leaves are starting to open back up again on these tomatoes, and they are looking far healthier than they did not that long ago. I've taken off a lot of the lower branches on these tomatoes as well to help with the airflow and kind of to force them to open the leaves to help themselves with photosynthesis as well. And you know, some aren't looking as good as others, but on the whole, they're looking a lot better in here than they did just a couple of weeks ago. And some of them are actually starting to ripen. Obviously, you've seen the one already in the basket. I accidentally knocked that one off when I was looking to see if it was ripe yet. So obviously it is. And I'm going to have a look at some of these on this Black Beauty, which was one of the worst affected ones for the leaf curl. Pretty much every tomato on this plant has cap face, so if I'd have removed all of the mega blooms, I knew they were going to cap face, then I really wouldn't have had many tomatoes on here, so I left them, and I'm not really bothered about them anyway, neither is Duncan. I don't think I can save this one from not coming off with it. I got it. Can't believe I got that off without knocking this one off as well. Now I know that a lot of you out there will say this is a really ugly tomato. I can see the cap facing at the bottom, but you just cut that off and it'll be absolutely fine. And I'm really excited. So this is my first intentional harvest of a tomato in the polytunnel this year. That's a major milestone, and there's plenty more on here. Not all of them are cap-faced. This big one next to it isn't a cap-faced variety, but I'm really excited about that. It's going in the harvest basket. All my life, I think I'm going to need a bigger harvest trug. So this variety here is Telegraph, and there's quite a few on here. Look at that. I'm going to take a few of these in, and this one here is also a Telegraph that has a couple of bigger ones on the bottom. Wow. I might be having to offer some of these on local Facebook pages. I think that'll do for now on those two. And then if I move back along here, I think this is what's known as the cucumber glut. Good job, we like it. This variety here is called Market More. I'm not sure if this one's ready to pick yet. Ooh, look at the size of that. I might leave that a little bit longer. Maybe that can be entered into the show. It's still very green, isn't it? Am I right? Am I safe to leave that one a little bit longer? August the 2nd is the show that I want to enter. Maybe that would be one for that show. Let me know what you think. And while I'm in here, here's one of my melons. This is an Arava melon. Now, I saw that some people were hanging them up like this last year to support them on the vines. I don't know whether that's necessary or not, but, you know, I like to jump on board these trends. So there I am, tying it up just to make sure it doesn't break. But there are another couple further back, because there's two plants. There's one under a leaf here hiding, and then there's another one that I've put in a bit of a hammock there. These are rather more of a cantaloupe type melon. I don't like watermelon myself, but I don't mind the cantaloupe, so I'm really looking forward to those. Never thought I'd be able to grow my own. And while I'm in the polytunnel, I'll just show you the loofahs. Looking fairly healthy, grown a little bit since you've last seen them. There's no evidence yet of them pollinating, but I have taken to using a cotton bud and trying to pollinate them myself. Can't find a paintbrush, but I have ordered a few little paintbrushes now to try again with that. So hopefully we might get some loofahs, although I think it's probably already getting a bit late in the season for a loofah to grow and develop into a sponge for me. But I haven't given up hope. Now, another thing that I've just noticed that I've still got growing in here are a few garlic in the back of the polytunnel that I just put in here to try late last year. And as you can see, they've died back a bit now. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and pull those as well while I'm at it. Not sure if these will be any good, but we'll have a look. Oh, I've just broke it. I did less damage pulling it by hand last time. Oh, look at that. Split it. But, oh, it smells gorgeous. But it is a garlic. There's the missing clove I've just broke off of it. Look at that nettle there. Oh, oh wow! You were ready to pick. The size of that one. That's a surprise pick. Wasn't expecting to pick garlic today because I'd completely forgotten that I'd got them in here. That's something else to add into the basket. Wow, really pleased with that. Love those surprise harvests. I can't deny that all of the crops growing in here are bringing me a lot of joy, but these marigolds are also bringing joy as well. Aren't they gorgeous? They really, really brighten up this space. Absolutely love them. And obviously they are doing a job as well. Now, I'm not going to leave here without taking all of the Cape gooseberries that I can. There's loads of them that have dropped in the last couple of days, and I'm just going to bag up all that I can and then decide what I'm going to do with them. I mean, they're really nice just to sit and eat. They're gorgeous, but I feel like that's a bit of a waste and that I need to do something particular with them, whether that's make a compote or put them into some homemade ice cream. I'm just not sure, maybe just a pie, who knows. Chutney, I believe, is something else that they're good for. So what do you do with Cape gooseberries? Because I didn't think far enough ahead to think what I was going to do with them, because everyone said they were so hard to grow that I never expected to get any anyway. As I said, loads have fallen off in the last couple of days, and I just keep putting off coming out to do anything with them, which is really lazy of me. Probably because they're so hard to get at now. Oh, seem to be bagging up a bit of soil as well. Oh, there's a nettle there. Look at them. There's loads of them. Absolutely loads of them. Wow, Claire, you've been very lazy. You should have got on board with this one. Let's see how many are actually ripe on the plant itself. I think the answer to that is quite a lot. There's a lot of new ones though. I thought they were nearly done with now. This is yet another new crop for me. It's a pretty big bag full now. I didn't expect to get those many Cape gooseberries at the end of the season, and there's still probably this much again at least to ripen, and I have 2 more Cape gooseberry plants outside in the fruit cage. Admittedly, they're not doing as well. They're not liking it being a bit colder outside. So even more so, I need to think of something special to do with these now, because even just, I had no idea that there was this many on here. Maybe I could even do Cape gooseberry jam, so perhaps if I freeze these ones, obviously take them out of their lanterns, but maybe if I freeze these ones and wait for the rest to ripen, that I'll have enough to make myself some Cape gooseberry jam. Wouldn't that be special? Well, This harvest basket is so big. I think I need to admit that I haven't got enough room in that one basket. Never thought I was going to need more than one harvest basket today. So what I'm going to do is move the salad crops into this basket and the Cape gooseberries. And I'll leave all the root vegetables there. Because if you're going to have cucumbers and you've got a tomato and you have onions stored in the house already, I think we need to find some lettuce, don't we? These are a red little gem. I think it's called a maize. And whilst they're not growing massively big because they're trying to bolt really before they grow because it's too hot for them where I've put them, so that's a rookie mistake. A few chewed outside leaves. But the inside is beautiful, and look at the variegation on the leaves. I absolutely love how they're green on the inside and red on the outside. And these are really crispy, just like a little gem, but they're red. I've just spotted this cabbage white butterfly, desperately trying to get into the brassicas. You might be able to notice that one of the things that bolted while I was away for a few days were the tender stem broccoli, so I need to cut those back shortly. Kind of just standing around now, seeing whether it can get through my defences. Look at that. It's literally going all the way around the perimeter, seeing if there's a weak point to get in. Found my way to the greenhouse where it is time to harvest a few more of these peppers. Look at them hiding under here. Now, I'm not waiting for them to go completely red because I keep finding that they're getting eaten if they do, but just look at the colour on that one. Absolutely gorgeous. So, really excited about these. Now, I've spoken about these before. These are supposed to be King of the North, but I believe King of the North shouldn't be quite so elongated as this, so I'm not sure if this is mixed seed from, I think I had it from Fothergill's, but I'm not complaining. It's still a bell pepper of some description, isn't it? And wow. Couldn't be more thrilled with these. Now, these used to be about £1 for 3 peppers in the supermarket, and now they're sort of more like £1 each. So there really is value in growing your own. I'm going to have one of these ones as well. This is the yellow bullhorn, but I'm taking it a little bit before it's ripe. And again, this is supposed to be the Black Knight, but obviously I'm harvesting it when it's more ripe, so it's red. There is actually a little purple one on here, but as you can see, I don't mind sharing my food a little bit with the bugs, but I think that might be a little bit too much for me. And then here at the other end of the greenhouse, we have some more peppers. Now this variety is called Toro Rosso, but I'm taking these as green peppers. I think I've got plenty of red peppers at the moment, so I'll just have a couple of these. I can't believe I grew that. Absolutely amazing. They're just so perfect. Now it feels like, having done such a mammoth harvest today, that I really can't go in without having a look at some of the potatoes. I have some first earlies that were sown on St. Patrick's Day and some right at the end of March. So in theory they should be ready now, shouldn't they? So shall we just have a look at a couple of buckets? What's the worst that can be? They're too small. Doesn't matter. I like salad potatoes. Truck number 3. This is one of the buckets that I had in the greenhouse over winter, so I think this should be the first one to turn out. I am feeling quite nervous about this though, because they didn't really do much in terms of foliage. So I could be about to have one of my first fails of the year. Oh, maybe not. There's a potato. Well, there's the seed potatoes. Oh, there's some teeny tiny ones here. Oh, there's a lot of worms in here, making my bucket their home. Wow, well these are quite little, but oh, they'll be so nice boiled in a salad, so I'm really not bothered that they're only little. They look okay though, that's the main thing, isn't it? Doesn't matter if they're small, as long as they're edible. Wow. Let's get those up there as well. Oh, there's a bigger one. I absolutely love potato harvests. There's just something so rewarding about them. Although the seed potato is never pleasant, is it? Just get rid of this. There's some little ones there. Oh, and there. Oh, there's another. Oh, some teeny tinies. Proper babies. These probably did need a little bit longer then, didn't they? Oh. I think that's my lot out of that bucket. I'm not disappointed. I know they could be bigger, but they're potatoes and I grew them. And that's all that matters. Now, you know as well as I do that once you start opening buckets of potatoes, you just can't stop at one. So let's try a different variety. I don't know what I'm doing with the soil yet, so I will put it back in the bucket for now. I haven't decided whether I'm going to do, say, a late crop of carrots in some of these buckets because I can take them into the polytunnel over winter, or whether I'm going to save all of the potato soil so that I can amend it next year and use it again for next year's potatoes. Right, well, this bucket are shallots. Oh, I see a couple of little potatoes. Oh, some very tiny potatoes. It's really funny because they did so quick last year, but they've definitely grown slower this year, I guess because of the weather. Some bigger ones though, isn't there? Pleased with these. There's a couple of little ones. Not the bucket. Oh, nearly missed that one. Look at that. Absolutely amazing. There you go. There's my two varieties, Ulster Spectres and my Charlottes. I'm going to leave the rest a little bit longer now and see if they get any bigger, but I'm pleased with them so far. Now, I nearly forgot that I'd done these grass mulched potatoes, and in theory, because these are Ulster Spectre and Charlottes as well, some of these could be ready. So shall we just have a little look at these? These I'm expecting to be eaten by slugs because the leaves have been terribly, but let's just take... I've just pulled the hay back to have a look. And look at these. Now, this is a really good size, but as expected, this has been munched by slugs. Well, let's see what else we get. The size of that. That one hasn't been munched by slugs. Look at that. I did not... Now again, this has got a little slug nibble on one side. If we hadn't have had such a wet spring, I don't know whether I'd have had so much slug damage on these. Wow, wow. And there's another one. Really impressed. Oh, look at this. Oh my God. And there's me growing them in buckets thinking that's better for them. Oh, there is a big nasty slug in there. Throw him away. He's not having any more of my potatoes. So that's that one done. Oh my life. I can't get over that. Again, like I say, I know there's a few of them have been slug damaged, but there's no comparison, is there? And these were planted much later than the ones in the buckets. So there you've got the Charlottes that were done in the buckets. And these are the ones done under the grass and hay mulch. Oh, I think if I did them all under hay, I'd have had far less issue with the slug damage, but I can't get over that. Let's just try this next plant along, move the straw off of it. Oh, well, there's a few here that are green, so they could be good seed potatoes. Didn't get those covered enough, obviously. Oh, wow. There's another slug there. Oh, there's no slug damage on that one. Look at that one. Wow. Wow. I can't get over this. Wow. Look at the size of that one again. Wow. Oh my life. Wow. This one's green again. I'll leave that one out there. Oh, some baby ones underneath. Oh, less damage a bit further in the bed. Wow. I'm so pleased with these. As you can see, the hay that I put on top later on in the season, after we'd bought some because we had a poorly horse, has actually stayed quite dry. But underneath here, it is quite wet where the grass was initially put on. So I think this is a goer for next year. I think I'm going to do this again, but I will only use hay and not the wet, fresh grass cuttings. See, this plant here has been quite damaged by slugs as well. But let's have a look at the potatoes. Come on now, be honest. I didn't expect this to be a success, did you? I certainly know Kerry from Dog on the Plot was expecting these to be more damaged by slugs than they are. And you know what, Kerry? I'm not doing an I told you so. I believed it too. I didn't think I'd get any decent ones out of here. So couldn't be more thrilled. And the size of them is absolutely blown my mind. I mean, look at the comparison. There is no comparison, is there? Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm blown away. Absolutely blown away by this. Wow. I wasn't even disappointed by the small ones out of the buckets, but wow. Oh my life. Oh. I think I'll have to ring my children and see if they want any potatoes, because I'm going to do this whole front row. These ones on the end here will be the Ulster Spectres, so we'll see if these are any different. Let's move the straw back. In fact, I could use this straw to cover up the ones I'm not taking. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You are amazing. Wow. Claire, have some more faith. I expected this to be a huge fail. Why do you not have any faith in yourself? Oh. Oh, there's going to be some roast dinners coming. I'm just casually dropping some giant spuds off. I've just got this look on my face. Claire, close your mouth, you're gaping. Oh, just brilliant. Oh, I'm so happy. So happy. I really doubted this method, and it was just an experiment. And, well, I couldn't be more thrilled with how it's turned out. I'm going to use the hay that I'm just pulling up to just cover again the ones that I'm not harvesting right now, but I can't even pick this basket up now. Oh wow. Oh, that's so heavy. Oh, I don't know what to say. I didn't start this video today expecting to have 3 harvest trucks full of produce and to be so impressed with it. You know, I'd be impressed with some of these if I was buying them, never mind the fact that I've grown them. I mean, these peppers, look at them, they're ridiculous. They're just, wow. Wow, and the cucumbers. And yeah, I know this tomato looks a bit ugly because it's a cat-faced tomato, but I don't care. It's perfect to me because I've grown it and it's still edible. And these carrots and the parsnips, the promise of what's to come later on in the season when you look at these parsnips. It's just wow. And those potatoes. Well, I can't get over those potatoes. Absolutely mind blown about those potatoes. I really am. You cannot put a price on the joy that growing your own food brings you. You know, I heard a quote once and it said, if you grow something with love, you taste it. And it stuck in my mind when I first heard it. And that was right back at the start of my journey last year. And you know what? It's never resonated more than it does right now, because I have loved every moment of trying to grow my own food. And I hope that I continue to do it for many years to come, because this joy is so addictive. I'll catch you in the next video. Look after yourselves. Bye. I am really going to need help to take this in the house. Oh, I'm going to have to build some muscles.